Morning, people. It's the Man United stream, and we are live from Bilbao. I didn't want to be recording this video this early, and I definitely didn't want. I've not even thought through what I'll be saying in this video because I just didn't feel like we were going to lose yesterday. And well, it's the morning after the Europa League final against Tottenham, and we lost 1-0. It was a shit game, absolute horrendous game from both sides. I mean, if any neutrals were watching that game, they must have been bored out of their arse because it was just an awful game. Two really poor teams playing the final, and just. And when I heard already that it might be a 1-goal or 2-goal game and it's just going to be a boring defensive game, I thought, nah, maybe these two teams, because they've got so much to lose and they've got so much on the line, they're going to come out firing. And United are going to come out firing and they will want this game because they want to be in the Champions League. But it turned out exactly the opposite. United did not even leave the dressing room, did they? They were that poor that all the team in its entirety did not play well. There's not one player on that team that I can say had a decent game. It was awful to watch. The stadium was buzzing. The atmosphere was absolutely insane for a final. It was crazy. Even before, even the day, it just felt amazing. The build up to the game was great. Everyone, all the fans were in just tremendous mood, and it was just brilliant. I mean, I just loved the build up. I was there for about a day and a half just watching the build up, and it was great. It was meeting loads of Man United fans, getting to see what they liked. They were all hyped. There was a few skeptics in there, but most of the fans were well looking forward to a United win. We genuinely thought, okay, we can't lose to this team 4 times in one season. Surely not, especially when they're below us in the Premier League, and we've had the most terrible season ever. I mean, it's you'd never have guessed at the start of the season that we'd end up where we were in the Premier League table. And this Europa League, yes, we had a brilliant run. We were actually the team to watch in the Europa League. We were absolutely brilliant. Tottenham, I'd argue, just scraped through their games, apart from the last few. But I genuinely thought we were the better team in this Europa League, and I thought that form was going to carry us through. The advantage of already playing in Bilbao also, I thought was going to be pivotal. But something went wrong yesterday. Something went wrong, and we were all scratching our heads, discussing it. And I've got a headache this morning. I genuinely have. I feel awful. I feel I feel unwell from the whole emotion of the game. And why I ask myself, why as Man United fans we put ourselves through this, and time again you think, right, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to get so wound up. I'm not going to get so enthralled and so dedicated to this team who keeps letting us down. But then I start thinking, is it the team? Is it the manager? What is it? What is it? And every time I must be different to some fans out there, because I look back and I think, when did this team or when did this club start failing? And you have to go back to that point, and it is the Glazers. It's the ownership. The moment we got shitty owners, and we got owners who just literally stole the soul of this club and took it out, ripped it off, and just threw it away, we've not been the same club. The pressure you could see on the players, the manager, and the backroom staff. You could see Omar Barada. You could see Wilcox yesterday. They just looked awful. They looked stressed, man. They were not there to enjoy the final. And even Jim Ratcliffe looked like he was panicking. You could see it. This is pre-match. This is before the game even kicked off. You could see the pressure on them for qualifying for the Champions League, because they know they've got no money. They've got no money, and we have to wake up to that reality that United are skint and there's no money coming in. The only money that was meant to be coming in or was going to come in was winning this massive game in the Europa League final and bringing in an influx of some money that we could go out there and invest and bring in 1 or 2 top players. That was the plan, and it backfired big time. Who was at fault? Well, of course, the players didn't play well. The manager, Ruben Amorim, I have to say it, even though I love the guy, he made a big cock up in playing Luke Shaw and changing the team around. A winning team, he shouldn't have changed. I don't believe he should have put Mason Mount on. I don't believe he should have brought on Luke Shaw playing from the start. These players in the starting 11 should not have done that. Should have kept the team as it was, and then at least we've got options off the bench. At least we can look towards Mason Mount and we can look towards Luke Shaw coming on later on if we really needed them to. But you can't throw them in without having them played long-term football for the club. They've not played at all. I mean, Mason Mount's just literally coming back from injury. So is Luke Shaw, like always, coming back from injury. The team just didn't have the balance, didn't have the experience, in my eyes, that we've been playing well with in the Europa League. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about the team selection, because every single fan I spoke to said that the team selection was wrong. Ruben Amorim got that wrong. We're not sure why he picked that team, but he picked it. He picked it, and he has to take that on the chin. Of course, post-match, there was lots of talk about Ruben Amorim, leaving or getting the sack and blah, blah. He's not going to get the sack, and he's not going to leave. He's going to stay on. Of course, this season was always going to be a write-off season. It was next season where he's going to judge himself, and of course, the board is going to judge him. We've got big issues, though. We've got big issues because, look, this is not about Ruben Amorim. It's not. It wasn't about Ten Hag. It wasn't about Van Gaal. It wasn't about Solskjaer. It wasn't about Jose Mourinho. It wasn't about Van Nistelrooy. It wasn't about any of these managers. You've got to accept that something else is wrong at this club. And now I've come to the realization that it's not any of these players either. It's not these players. Look, I've blamed player after player after player as well, saying, no, he's not good enough, he's not good enough. But I think it's a collective responsibility. I think from top down, it is messed up. It's messed up. And I think there's a lot of pressure on these players, a lot of pressure on the manager to perform. And I don't think that bodes well for him. I don't think they've got that ethos. They've got that. They haven't got the confidence. They haven't got that charisma about them to go out there and blow away teams like Tottenham. I mean, United struggling against Tottenham is just laughable, isn't it? It's just awful. But look, we lost. Tottenham deserved the win. We didn't deserve the win. We genuinely didn't. I mean, I was sat there thinking, United are going to score. They're going to come back. We're going to come back. We're going to move out of first gear. But we did not move out of first gear. We just stayed in first gear the entire game. Did not do anything extra. Just didn't perform. We just didn't perform. Whatever reason why we didn't perform, whether that was just Tottenham stifling this United team, and I think they did. I think they know exactly how to simply put a stop to this United team. They know that if they control the midfield, they control the entire game. They played Bruno off the game. There was nothing United could do, and well, we didn't even have a striker, let's be honest. Yeah, Højlund, we know isn't going to score a goal, even if it's, even if it's a sitter, even if it's an open goal, you're still not going to bet your house on Højlund scoring, and that's the biggest problem we've got. We've got no goal threat. Will it change? We've got Matthias Cunha through, but without winning this game last night, I think we're going to struggle now. We're going to struggle bringing in the big players who want to play in the Champions League. And if I'm a player and I'm looking to sign for a new club, would you go for a club that's just ended up at bottom half of the Premier League, just beaten relegation, lost in the Europa League, haven't got Champions League, it's still in turmoil? There's lots of players at the club who are openly wanting to get out. We heard from Garnacho on social media yesterday, having thrown his dummy out, saying he should have been playing a starting 11 and he might not even be at the club. Things like that don't help the club. And then we've got a Rashford situation going on where there's lots of players that are just unhappy with United and the way it's been ran. What do you think about the situation? Who do you think is going to go, actually? Who do you think is going to go from this team? That was the biggest discussion I was having with fans and friends after the game. After the loss, I was thinking, right, what do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to go? Who do you think is going to be sacrificed? And well, I think the sacrifice are going to come. I think if United need the money, I think they'll end up selling Bruno Fernandes. That I know that's crazy, and some people might think this guy's just talking waffles, but I'm genuinely serious. I've heard from sources very close to United, the people who know the ins and outs, and they've already said it. That look, if a crazy offer comes in for Bruno Fernandes in the region of 120 plus, United will bite the hand off any team that offers that much, and they'll sell Bruno Fernandes. That is the reality of this club right now. We have turned into a selling club. We will not keep players. I think Garnacho is 1 foot out the door anyway. I think United will sell him. I think someone from Italy will probably come in for Garnacho. They'll sell him. I think Napoli, something like that. We've heard talks already have been going on in the background. Other players, I think Højlund will probably not be sold because no one's going to want to buy him. Bruno Fernandes, of course, is another one who might get sold. If I was looking at this team, I'd sell Luke Shaw as well. I don't know what you think about that, but I personally think he's going to get injured again, and we're going to have the same situation again and again and again. So let's sell him whilst he's fit. Who else? Onana. Massive issue for me. For me, if I was to sell one player from that team today, it'd be Onana, and bring in a new goalkeeper. Let me know what your thoughts were on the game. I know this is a long video, but look, it was always going to be a hard one to do. I didn't want to do this. I was looking forward to actually doing a video where we were celebrating and we're talking about the good old days coming back to United, and we can look forward to the transfer window, but this summer is going to be hard. It's going to be a long, hard summer, and the only thing that can maybe improve the United fans' moods are United going and signing some seriously good players and making sure that they get rid of all the dead wood at this club. That is it for today's guys. Make sure you hit the like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe. You're watching the Man United Stream channel by the fans for the fans.